Greetings, beautiful beings. Welcome back to Shelter in the Storm for the Course in Miracles lessons number 42. Okay, we're up to chapter 3 of the text, part 5, which is called Beyond Perception. I have said that the abilities you possess are only shadows of your real strength, and that perception, which is inherently judgmental, was introduced only after the separation. No one has been sure of anything since. I have also made it clear that the resurrection was the means for the return to knowledge, which was accomplished by the union of my will with the Father's. We can now establish a distinction that will clarify some of our subsequent statements. Since the separation, the words create and make have become confused. When you make something, you do so out of a specific sense of lack or need. Anything made for a specific purpose has no true generalizability. When you make something to fill a perceived lack, you are tacitly implying that you believe in separation. The ego has invented many ingenious thought systems for this purpose. None of them is creative. Inventiveness is wasted effort in its most ingenious form. The highly specific nature of invention is not worthy of the abstract creativity of God's creations. Knowing, as we have already observed, does not lead to doing. The confusion between your real creation and what you have made of yourself is so profound that it has become literally impossible for you to know anything. Knowledge is always stable, and it is quite evident that you are not. Nevertheless, you are perfectly stable as God created you. In this sense, when your behavior is unstable, you are disagreeing with God's idea of your creation. You can do this if you choose, but you would hardly want to do it if you were in your right mind. The fundamental question you continually ask yourself cannot properly be directed to yourself at all. You keep asking what it is you are. This implies that the answer is not only one you know, but is also one that is up to you to supply. Yet, you cannot perceive yourself correctly. You have no image to be perceived. The word image is always perception related and not a part of knowledge. Images are symbolic and stand for something else. The idea of changing your image recognizes the power of perception, but also implies that there is nothing stable to know. We'll pick that up again there. We'll still be in part 5, chapter 3 tomorrow. Let's go to our lesson of the day. Lesson 42. Boop. Can't believe we're already at 42. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. The idea for today combines two very powerful thoughts, both of major importance. It also sets forth a cause and effect relationship that explains why you cannot fail in your efforts to achieve the goal of the course. You will see, because it is the will of God. It is his strength not your own, that gives you power. And it is His gift, rather than your own, that offers vision to you. God is indeed your strength, and what He gives is truly given. This means that you can receive it anytime and anywhere, wherever you are and in whatever circumstance you find yourself. Your passage through time and space is not at random. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God. Such are His gifts. We will have 2, 3 to 5 minute practice periods today. One as soon as possible after you wake, and another as close as possible to the time you go to sleep. It is better, however, to wait until you can sit quietly by yourself at a time when you feel ready, than it is to be concerned with the time as such. Begin these practice periods by repeating the idea for today slowly, with your eyes open, looking about you. Then close your eyes and repeat the idea again, even slower than before. After this, try to think of nothing except thoughts that occur to you in relation to the idea for the day. You might think, for example, vision must be possible. God gives truly. Or, God's gifts to me must be mine, because He gave them to me. Any thought that is clearly related to the idea for today is suitable. You may, in fact, be astonished at the amount of course-related understanding some of your thoughts contain. Let them come without censoring, unless you find your mind is merely wandering and you have let obviously irrelevant thoughts intrude. You may also reach a point where no thoughts at all seem to come to mind. If such interferences occur, open your eyes and repeat the thought once more while looking slowly about. Close your eyes, repeat the idea once more, and then continue to look for related thoughts in your mind. Remember, however, that active searching for irrelevant thoughts is not appropriate for today's exercises. Try merely to step back and let the thoughts come. If you find this difficult, it is better to spend the practice period alternating between slow repetitions of the idea with eyes open, then with the eyes closed, than it is to strain to find suitable thoughts. Sarah, just come in. I'm still recording. Just come in. There is no limit on the number of short practice periods that should be beneficial today. The idea for the day is a beginning step in bringing thoughts together and teaching that you are studying a unified thought system in which nothing is lacking that is needed, and nothing is included that is contradictory or irrelevant. The more often you repeat the idea during the day, the more often you will be reminding yourself that the goal of the course is important to you and that you have not forgotten it. Sorry, my daughter was knocking on the door to come in. Okay, let's move to Jesus commentary for lesson 42. God is my strength. Vision is His gift. I just love Renee's illustrations. They are so cute. You are blessed beings, indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. This lesson holds one of the great truths hidden from you. Your tiny body, your little physical body, which society has taught you that you must count on. is not your strength. It carries the vital life force that is a God-given gift, but it is not your strength. This is one of the reasons why you are all so afraid. In this society, body obsession gets constantly reinforced and strengthened. You become more fearful the more you focus on the body. That is why society does this. It wants you to obsess over your body as the source of your strength, because then you are guaranteed to fear. This lesson lays the foundation for your ability to become fearless and defenseless. That will arise in you over time. This is not something to strive for or insist on. As you release your obsession with the body and become more focused on your connection to the divine, you tap into your true source of strength and power, which is the divine. It is your source. It is the very thing that keeps you alive. The body does not keep you alive, nor does it die. You are the vital life force of that which you call God, experiencing things through the body. But the body is not who you are. Do this lesson today with joy. Say it as many times to yourself as you are able, without becoming stressed or obsessed. But whenever you think of it, say it. We come to you today with great love. We are here to support you on this journey. We are here to encourage you even if you forget the lessons, stumble, or have a couple of days where you get so distracted with your life that you feel as if you have failed. We are here to tell you it is normal to do these kinds of things. It is normal to make mistakes, but you want to get right back on track and pick up where you left off. Do not worry about always having the current day's lesson as your lesson. If you get behind, just keep on going with the lessons. This is a wonderful resource for all of you. If you feel you need to do a lesson over again, do not feel panic that you must move ahead to the next lesson. Listen to your inner guidance. You have the ability to discern whether or not you have done a lesson well. If you have attempted the lesson but feel it was not perfect, that's okay. Go on to the next day. If you ignored it and failed to give it its due, then repeat the lesson. But do not stay too long on one lesson. You might feel defeated, and the ego will begin to attack you, and you will most likely stop doing the lessons. So there is a fine balance between doing a daily lesson and acknowledging when you have not accomplished the goals that you've set for yourself in the day. Always look to your practice with forgiving eyes. Know that you can start again tomorrow with more discipline and focus, and know that this is normal at this stage of the game. As you go through the years with A Course in Miracles, practicing these lessons, yes, you will continue to use the 365 lessons. Whenever you feel fear, judgment, or loneliness, the Course reconnects you to the new habits, commitment, and connection you have to Spirit. So know that in these early days, you may stumble, you may fall, you may even fall off the wagon a little bit, but climb back on. Forgive yourself and say, I see I need a training program. I don't know what I'm thinking about most of the time. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we are happy you joined us today. We will see you tomorrow. Namaste, dear ones. Much love.